Well, hello out there, modelers. Chad, the horrible modeler here, and I have an update on the Defiant. I apologize for the update here. That it's I've kind of advanced a little further than I wanted to before I did another video, but it's just kind of the way things have worked out. Um, Take you on a quick tour here and show you what we're looking at. And as you can see, the Defiant's obviously all put together finally, which is something new that has happened since last time. Done a lot of touch-ups, and I have also printed off and applied all of the, well, almost all of the decal patterns from Pendragon at Starship Modeler. I did this because last time when I tried to put it together, I painted it, and I had a lot of masking rip up the paint and everything like that. And well, everybody knows the story to this model. The decals worked out pretty good. I used decal paper from Micromark. They went down really good in some places. In some places they didn't. You know, if you look at like these edge vents right here, the decal is just so thin that it's really hard to get it to lay down. And I probably should have used a little bit of white glue in my mixture to get things to stick a little bit better, because it seemed like the adhesive on the decal paper wasn't up to par as good. It slid around a lot. That and, well, just the overall finish of the model. You know, it looks really good on video and stuff, but you know, you can definitely tell that I did a ton of work on it before and had to rip it apart and take everything off of it, strip it down, and start all over. About the only thing I think that has turned out better on this thing than the first time, well, besides getting together, is the lighting. I'm really happy with the way the lighting has turned out. You know, the Darn Light and Magic parts are awesome. Adding my own flickering impulse engines are awesome. Cutting out those vents up there. The blues don't shine through as nice as they used to, but it looks a lot better in the dark. There's the underneath of the model. Still got to fill all the windows up. So everything turned out pretty good. You know, this was never going to be a showstopper or anything I would ever want to sell somebody out there. But you know, I guess the biggest thing about it is just everything that I've learned doing this, trying out a bunch of the different putties and different paints and primers and everything. It really gave me an opportunity to really go to town with a lot of stuff, because it was just such in bad shape. One of the bad things about these decals is some of them fit great, some of them need trimmed. So, you know, it just presents a lot of challenges. One part of the decals, though, that aren't that challenging is the JT Graphics set. Everybody's seen reviews on these and their decals before. You know, they come with a nice sheet. Explains where everything goes. It's in full color. I needed to put another coat of Tester's decal bonder on top of them, just because as I was applying a couple of the top stripes, I had a couple little tears and stuff. Can't really see it on video, but they're there. Try to think of anything else with the model. Really like the way the registry light is looking. You know, it's definitely gonna light this up it lights this up really nicely. It could be a little bit higher, but you just can't really get it any higher without making it look totally obvious. But that worked out good with epoxy sculpt and some sanding and stuff to make that little dome area there. Like I said, the DLM parts went in great. They look good. I don't know. I mean, that's about it. You know, I'm pretty happy with the way things are turning out. You know, the Defiant's my favorite ship. Probably wouldn't build another one of these kits just because how expensive they are now. It's honestly just not that good of a kit to spend that kind of money on. And I don't really know how they do it, how you can do it differently and make it any easier, because obviously you're always going to have these big seams and everything around the sides and stuff. But I don't know, maybe a smaller scale, like a 1/1000 scale Defiant would be pretty sweet. I mean, I guess it would be really small, but you know, maybe like a 1/700 or something like that. Just something that's a little bit smaller and a little bit easier to manage, or just a whole new idea of how you put this thing together. Like if there's any way that they could, you know, cut the mold all of this here and just, you know, maybe attach these sides or something. Just some way to eliminate all these fitting issues that go along in the corners, because you just have to sand and sand and primer and sand. And you know, I filled in my own gap. I filled in and with styrene here and kind of made my own edges and stuff right there because the fit was just so bad, you know, so I kind of had to improvise a little bit. So, but like I said, I'm pretty happy with the way the lighting and stuff looks on it, and the panels. I mean, I really never got a good view from the TV show on how colorful the Defiant was. And I never realized it. And Deep Space Nine is my favorite, and I've actually been watching back uh, all the episodes, and I'm on the last season. And oh, I think episode 20 or 21, 4 or 5 episodes from the end, the Defiant gets destroyed, and there's just so much light out there in space from all the other ships and stuff, and the CGI lighting that they used, that it really lights up the ship like really good. So it's really the first time that I was just like, wow, that thing really does have a lot of panels, you know, because during the opening cuts and first couple seasons and stuff, you really don't see a whole lot of that stuff. But once they went totally CGI, you definitely can notice a lot of it. So, well, I guess that's about it for this video. I'll probably make one more video when all the JT Graphics decals are on, get all the striping and everything done, and get it up on a base. But you know, there's your front shot there. You know, got the blinkers all the way in the back there. So, you know, I'm really happy with the lighting. I really think I nailed the lighting on it, which is really cool. Everybody knows that that's, you know, lighting is kind of feast or famine. It's easy to put everything in and secure it all and everything like that, but getting things to look right and that are in scale and everything, well, it takes a lot of supplies. You know, the 2 or 3 different kinds of sizes of fiber optics and the DLM kit, but those parts are really great. I mean, those things just look so cool. You know, you just can't really replicate that. I mean, that just looks like right off of the show. Same thing with the lights back here and my impulse engines. Those really turned out good too, I think. I mean, it's no big deal. Just drill a hole and put a light in it. So the seams turned out on them good. I was pretty happy on how I blended those all together. So anyway, like I said, I learned a lot. I really think that it helped take my modeling to another level. I've got a few more models that are waiting on the bench to get done. I'm still tinkering around with the perfect grade. Real grade Gundam. Got the new NX-01 refit in. I've got the Pegasus models. HK Aerial Hunter coming in, and a bunch of Alclad Chrome and stuff. So that's probably going to be the next kit that I do, because it's just such a cool looking kit. And with the all clads and everything. I've got a lot of ideas. I used all those on the Galactica, so I know how they spray. I've never done chrome before, but I guess the key is the black gloss. So I guess we'll see how that works out. But anyway, I'm going to post this up. Thanks for all the subscribers. And you guys have any questions or comments about anything that I used in the build series? Like I said, this thing has been hit with a lot of different paints, primers, a lot of different sanding products, and printing out decals for the first time, which that was easy because the templates are already made for me. So I definitely recommend those if you're going to do this kit, though, at least in maybe some of the areas, because man, I don't know. Mask and all that just didn't work for me. So I've seen others do it. Obviously, Boyd did it, and his looks great. Jerry, Jason Marshall, they all did a really good job of it. But I don't know. It depends on how much you want to mask and paint and how confident you are that it's going to stick. So with the way that this model, the shape that this model was in, after stripping it down and sanding the nuts out of it, and just the decals were the way to go for me. So anyway, thanks a lot, guys. Have a good day, and we'll see you next time.